Hello everyone, this is Enzo Eigen, the Alliance for Loki, and this is the first war of the season. I have a great team. I have my rank 3 Hulk, Storm, Pyramid X, and Silver Surfer. Surfer is there only as a synergy champion for Hulk. When you have him, then Hulk becomes buff immune, so that's awesome. So anyway, my first fight is against Warlocks. I have big science boost on, big green boost, and medium orange and gold, and my goal is to get to an SP3 and then SP1, stun him, win. And so I'm just trying to play and bait out his heavies. So it's not stun immune, but it's the node where his stun decreases in time. And so I just playing at stun immune. Here I'm slow countering the heavy, and I get SP1, which is the worst thing. You can see I basically have no willpower healing, and so that means I am, of course, taking a lot of damage from the shock since there's no willpower. The reason I turn off willpower is because I need to prevent being infected, which means I'd lose power, which means I won't ever be able to throw an SP3. And now comes the next annoying thing, is trying to bait out the SP2. And of course, the SP2 takes forever. He finally throws it, and now I'm all set. I probably should have just gone in because obviously I'm doing so much damage. I have my relic ready, the SP1 ready. It would have been a quick and easy finish, but I played a little more in the conservative time, which you often do in war. Okay, next up is Sasquatch. So I quickly shift my masteries. I wanted to try to set up my masteries so I could put willpower back on and still be able to have access to my gray boost. So I've used a power start 1 in the first fight just because since the whole goal is getting to an SP3, the power start 1 just allows me to get to it that much more quickly. And so that was my plan. So you can see I get my masteries adjusted and I still have plenty of time on my boost, and so that's good. You can't really do like a full mastery swap and keep your gray boost, but if you can just have to alter 1, usually you can do it with enough time. I mean, of course, depends on how quick the first fight was. I need to heal up my Hulk. I mean, it's 3 potions, I think, because of the damage, 2 because of all the damage from eating that SP1, so that's okay. Now my goal in this fight is basically very similar to the Warlock fight, get to the SP3. The only difference is since he's stun immune in his Wrath mode, I'm just going to use an SP2. And so, yeah, it should be straightforward. Again, I love Hulk so much. So here it is. I can parry him. I don't really have to worry about the node at all. I mean, his Mystic Dispersion doesn't matter at all because I have the Silver Surfer synergy. Need to make sure I'm at least at 5 Furies. That way I get to my Gamma Rage when I throw my SP3. So here I am, 5 Furies. I quickly checked to make sure. I knew I was close. I didn't think I had too many, but I did. And then I threw it and boom, okay. Now we're in the same state as last time where I have to bait out this SP2, which takes way too long. He decides to play really passive. Thought I was going to lose all of my Gamma charges by the time he threw one. And so finally he throws one, and again, you can see like the damage. And so I probably could have gone right into my SP1. I decided to play a little bit safe, which means he ended up in the Wrath, which means he hit me while I was trying to intercept, and so not playing great here. I decided just to try to wait out the Wrath by dodging heavies. Now it's gone, and now I have a big SP2, and SP2 did a lot of damage. The AI is very, very quick to counter your heavy, your what do you call it when you're trying to retaliate against their heavy. So I've been finding it pretty interesting. Like that's 2 fights where I have not countered quickly enough and gotten punished by a special. So definitely interesting. Now my next fight is against Crossbones, and so Crossbones is a tactic defender, and I'm using Storm X, who's a tactic offender or has the attack tactic. So this is a little scary because he has a second wind unblockable, but I think that it is okay with Storm X. I don't think she like counts as purifies, or her debuffs can't be purified. I'm not 100% sure, but since I was told to use her, I thought that's what she had. And then after that, just really want to make sure I'm going to do everything right. So the attack tactic, as you see here, as I parry her or hit light attacks into the block, I gain these passive paralysis, which turns off the indestructible passive that he gains. He gains them pretty quick, and so it definitely is an interesting tactic. The other thing about this fight is, of course, yeah, I just need to get enough power for an SP2, and the node is this this protection node as well. And so every, I can remember, 10 seconds, 12 seconds, 9 seconds, he gains a protection prowl or passive, and so you have to heavy or knock him down to get that off. So all these things are at play. My strategy, I was told, I'm probably reading the strategy right now, was to basically parry, parry heavy, parry, parry heavy, try to build up my paralysis to 7, and then launch a big SP2. And so that is yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And so I put on invulnerability boost. The hard thing about this fight is you just can't really simulate it. You can duel, of course, but without all the tactics and nodes, it doesn't really give you the same feel. So there you can see I parry, get a really long stun because he purifies that stun. Then I heavy him, and then I parry him, and then I hit into his block. I started seeing that hit into his block would be the much more efficient way of building up prowess charges. And so there it is again. Knock him down. I probably should have waited a little bit to knock him down, but the most I can have is 7, so I'm at 6 right here, but you can see I already lost 2 because of the indestructible, and now I'm up to 7, but they just go down so quickly, these prowesses. And so, yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, sort of after dancing around at the beginning of this fight, I said, okay, I think I just need to get to my SP2 and see what happens with that. So I do start trying to hit him more, play a little more aggressive, baiting out his SP1s, trying to build up my paralysis. I want 7 paralysis when I throw it, and here I knock him down, but I actually knock him down a little bit too early because now the protection's back on. I build up my paralysis again, let him throw his SP1. I build up to make sure I have an SP2. I missed the parry there, and so it takes me a while to reset, and there it is. And now I have a fair bit of charges, but I wanted to wait until he threw his SP1 again, so I sort of stopped and then threw his SP1. Now I'm ready for a big SP2, and what is he, about 70%, and so it didn't do quite as much damage as I thought. It does about 30%, which I was hoping to do a lot more. Maybe the protection procced while I was throwing it. I thought I had it off. The shocks are doing okay damage, but at this point I'm like, okay, now I just gotta get to another SP2, and that should finish the fight. So I played a little more aggressively than I did the first time. Get to a big SP2, I don't even wait or hesitate. I saw his protection was off, and that does it. So interesting fight. To be honest, it was all okay. It just was nervous. Like when fights go for a long time, and when, you know, sort of having these interactions with these different nodes always makes me a little nervous because, of course, yeah, the fight could easily go sideways at any moment, but it went okay. Now my last fight again is hooray for Hulk. Hulk against Mojo. Again, with the Silver Surfer synergy, I'm not worried about too much since I'm not gaining any buffs anyway, and that's a big part of Mojo's game is making the buffs end quickly, getting degen, Mystic Dispersion, so not really too worried about this fight, and he's pretty soft. Man, Hulk is crazy, 131k. The rank 3 Hulk is so cool. So again, just trying to play careful, bait his SP1s, and yeah, not die. And so yeah, get the same strings before, get to my SP3, launch that. Keep an invulnerability boost on because I had that for the Storm fight, so I decided might as well keep that as opposed to going with a power boost. If I did this fight again, I don't know if I really need the power boost, but definitely does make it nice to get that 3 bars of power very quick. But anyway, I'm building up my, there again, oh, I got countered parry off the heavy counter. It's just crazy. You have to feel like really quick on the heavy attacks to make sure you get in there. So I got everything all set, got Gamma going. I'd go ahead and throw it and want to see how much this would happen. Of course, he has this long custom animation for his SP3. Oh, it was always so brutal. I wish you could skip them on more, I really do. I don't know why you can't. So now I have the big what you call it, physical vulnerability on, and I just decided to go for it, and yeah, it's the right move. I still had a relic and an SP1 with lots of stuns to throw, and it was great. So we're playing the Kingslayers, and when I took a look at the score, we could see that they were not pushing. I never look at the score until I finish my fights, but yes, obviously they weren't going strong this war, maybe for the season, and so I think we're going to be okay to win. And yeah, this was War 1, and 1 down, 11 left, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.